All right, it's Charles Jordan here with Phinix Media, and I'm very privileged, very happy to have the Nolan Brothers, Matt,
my man,
Nolan, Mark Nolan.
You got it.
Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I got that right?
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
All right, so I just want to kind of start off by asking where you guys' gym is located. And
Okay.
Yeah, so please tell me, where is it located?
So we're located right between Pleasant Street and Moody Street in Waltham. So it's a nice location in the sense that it's by the action, but it's off the grid just enough that you get some parking, you're not fighting for spots, and it kind of has that rustic, kind of tough look that a boxing gym kind of should have, right?
All right, so with the rustic, tough look, what kind of crowd do you usually draw in? Because, you know, some people might think, you know, it's just athletes, burly
Sure.
athletes, stuff like that. What kind of crowd do you typically draw in?
We're lucky that we have a pretty broad scope. So we do have the tough, you know, the mean, the gritty, the dudes that want to get in there to bite down on their mouth guard, to compete, to knock people out. But then on the flip side, we have everything from college athletes that just want to supplement their game. We have housewives that are just looking to get more fit. We have, I would say, how old would you say our oldest client would be?
Our oldest client, mid-60s. Our youngest is 12.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it really, it's nice in the sense that it caters to pretty much a broad demographic. So we have the tough, tenacious side of things. We also have the fit, low-key side of things.
That's awesome. I've trained boxing for many years, competed for 8 years, and a lot of times people can be a little bit intimidated,
Sure.
thinking that it's going to be just a bunch of guys knocking each other's heads off. So people forget a lot of these gyms are family-owned.
Certainly.
And, you know, the trainers came up competing in the amateurs a lot of times themselves, and then are bringing young kids who might be troubled youths or, you know, need an outlet or whatever the case may be, and then have a way to basically stay focused.
We have plenty of engineers that come, and we have plenty of people that need second chances. So, keeps their head clean, keeps them inside the ropes and outside the jail.
All
So,
right.
you get
So,
everything.
as far as amateur experience, what are your guys' backgrounds? Did you come from the amateur experience as well?
I did. So we started out initially, my father was a boxing coach, so he's a boat captain.
Okay.
And in the winter, there's no work as a boat captain in Boston. So he ended up being a boxing coach, and he was in Somerville Boxing Club. So we started there in high school. And Somerville Boxing Club was the real deal. That is as legit a gym as you're going to get.
Okay.
You learn a 1, 2, 3, and then you start sparring and paying your dues.
And everyone just wants to go light, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you're fighting for your life. So, and then after that short stint, we went to college and we got away from the sport just for a few years. And then we gravitated back to the sport for a local gym, Nolan Boxing Club.
Members that you have now, who sticks out? Who's trying to go amateur or are competing in the amateurs, and who's looking to go pro? So we'll start with the amateurs. Anybody competing right now that you have?
Yeah, we have a good stable of amateur fighters. So we have Rico DePaulis, he's a trainer there now, one of our best fighters, real savvy, slick kid. We have Ashley Kyumjin, super heavyweight female who, anytime a male gets in the ring and spars, and I tell oh, you're moving with Ashley, I say, she's a girl, but not in the ring. And they go, oh, okay. And then they get smashed. You know what I mean? So she can punch.
Yeah.
We got Dave Shaves, a young kid, real talented kid, hard-working kid.
All right, so speaking of love of the sport, let's get back to my previous question.
Okay.
Who wants to go pro? Who loves it enough to go pro?
So we got the one guy. If we had to name a backbone to the gym, Greg Rockhard Bono.
Okay.
He is the
Sound like a fighter.
Bert Sugar once said, if you gave God all the tools in the world to put together a boxer, you'd end up with Marvin Hagler once you assembled it. And I don't think he was wrong. If you gave us all the tools, it'd be Greg Bono. That he is. They say you have to be cut from a certain cloth. He's the prototypical cut from that cloth. He breaks rocks during the day and breaks jaws at night. We called him Rock Hard Bono as a joke early on. He immediately got it tattooed on his knuckles.
Oh my God.
He is in it to win it. And Greg, win or lose, he ruins your night.
Right.
No one has enjoyed fighting Greg in the history of the sport.
Wow.
And he loses. But he loses and you regret all 6 minutes you're in there with him. You're locked in and you definitely question why you decided to pick boxing instead of soccer.
Yeah, it's not for the weak.
It's not for the weak.
They have a saying in America here. It's you can play baseball, you can play basketball, you can even play football. You do not play boxing.
No.
All right, guys. So, want to touch back on your guys' challenges. You said that you owned a boxing gym for 6 years.
Yep.
So, just go a little more in depth. What happened?
Sure.
And what was it like trying to bounce back from that?
So it was great I have no regrets about the 6 years, but it was Mark and I and then 2 business partners. And when you have too many cooks in the kitchen, it can be problematic. So we left, and it was, I said, somewhat amicable, right? But it was important that Mark and I go on our own, and it would just be the two of us. Now, they always say, don't go into business with family, but we're genetically identical. It's a little bit different, you know what I mean? But in going off on our own, we go from having 50 and 60 people every single night for years to signing a new lease for, a 7,000 square foot facility and having no members. I just had a child, Mark had one right after the fact, we're balancing a lot of things, and there's a lot of self-doubt that goes into it. Luckily enough, we had a stable of boxers that stuck with us, and then we had a decent presence at places like Bentley and Brandeis, and we were able to kind of snowball that to a degree. But to start, yeah, it was a legitimate struggle, definitely.
Okay, so you guys got out of that challenge as far as getting out of the old gym into the new. Moving forward, what are your plans? I know you guys have those great fighters, and your pro that you're looking to or your guy that you're looking to go pro, Gary, what's his name?
Greg, yes.
Greg. Sorry about that, Greg. So, what are you doing with your gym? What's the plans?
So right now we got a good template. We got 3,500 square feet. We got something. We just got a new tie bag rack that got custom made by Ackles Steel right next door.
Oh, nice.
So we got 6 more bags coming. So we'll have 32 heavy bags. We want to really make upstairs boxing focused. And when I say upstairs, that's because we actually just this week signed an agreement with our landlord to expand 4,000 square feet into the basement.
Wow.
Now what does that mean? It means additional bathrooms, right? But beyond that, fitness. So it's gonna be like CrossFit Light, right? We'll have all our rowers, our bikes, medicine ball slams, sledgehammer slams, tire flips, everything that you would want from a fitness standpoint downstairs. And it won't alienate in the boxing club. It just totally supplement all of our fighters' conditioning.
Awesome.
And the biggest thing with boxing, conditioning.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're tired, it's gonna be a bad way.
Long night.
Exactly.
Or short night.
Exactly. It's even worse, right? So yeah, that's the big move. So 4,000 square feet. We just bought flooring today. We just dumped it over the back. That was our workout for the day. Each roll's like 400 pounds, so that was a little bit of a struggle there. But yeah, that's the next step, definitely.
That sounds so great, man. I can't wait to see it. I'll definitely be training there.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I want to ask you, for a newbie, someone coming in off the street, what's the best day to come in, time, and what are they expected to see in your gym?
The weekdays, especially Monday and Wednesday, we have 2 classes that are spectacular for beginners. Punches and crunches, and it's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
You work the bag, and you work your abs back and forth. And then our co-ed conditioning classes, we have 7:15 Monday through Thursday, are fantastic. You work the bag for 21 minutes, and then we typically do circuits for 21 minutes. Rowers, airdyne bikes. And the best part about it is every single exercise can be modified to make it easier or more challenging, so we can meet all individual needs. The last thing somebody wants to do is walk into a boxing club, which is already kind of intimidating, and just get blown out with burpees or crazy kettlebell lifts right out the gate.
And punches to the chin.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
exactly.
anytime I see somebody shaking and really nervous, their first time, like, hey, did you bring your mouthpiece? I'm like, no, I'm like, I'm kidding. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna have a lot of fun. But those 2 days, is the punches and crunches and the co-ed conditioning classes, that definitely are our easiest intro classes, but they can really work you out too at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, it's all at your own pace. You can pick it up or turn it down, but it's a good introductory class. Definitely.
I definitely want to go in and maybe start there again, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. We'd love to have you, man. Absolutely.
Great. Cool. Just want to close this out. I want to talk to you guys about your top fighters. So I'll let you go first. Top 5, go.
Top 5. Okay. My prototypical, the numero uno will always be Marvin Hagler. Okay. Marvin Hagler was God tier to boxing, right? Yeah. From there, though, this tall, skinny guys I liked, right? Alexis Arguello, Flaco Explosivo, baby. Tall, skinny banger. Julian Jackson.
Oh my God,
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. They can talk about the Tysons and the Ernie Shavers. Julian Jackson, number 1.
One puncher, yeah.
Tito Trinidad, Felix, my man, absolutely lighting guys up. His fight with Fernando Vargas, one of my favorites. Yeah. And then from there, the last guy, the hitman, right? Tommy Hearns, baby. Hearns, absolutely. You look at that guy, and everyone I work with too, in the school side of things, you're not that strong, you're not that big to be a boxer. So look at Tommy Hearns. The guy he's invisible if you stand sideways. If he touches you, your whole family goes to sleep. You know what I mean? Yeah, those are my guys.
Knocked out Duran in 2 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
it's crazy.
Well, Duran shouldn't have spit on his wife.
That's true. That's true. Hindsight's 2020, I guess. Right?
So for me, not to sound redundant, Marvin Hagler is pretty much the reason we got into the sport. So Marvin Hagler is still my number 1 as well. My favorite heavyweight of all time was Joe Frazier. I just liked the way his head moved. I loved his hook. One that doesn't get nearly enough credit for what he did. I love Burt Cooper. I love the way he held his hands. geez, from there, this is tougher than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Five's
Yeah,
hard.
5.
I got 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I would go Pernell Whitaker based on his head movement, and
I got a sneaky one.
What do you
for
got?
Meldrick Taylor.
oh yeah,
Meldrick
fastest
Taylor.
hands ever. And if
Yeah.
that Caesar fight didn't happen,
yeah, who knows,
Who
man.
knows what he would have been?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's a great one. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
All right, man. You guys were really entertaining, man. It was great talking to you.
Absolute
I
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Mark,
so
I appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you so much,
guys.
Charles.
Thank you so much for watching.